Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom. I'm part of the ScoutChain business development team. Today, I'm going to be introducing to you the ScoutChain platform and explaining how we at ScoutChain are reinventing recruitment using blockchain technology. So before I go on to our business plan, I'd just like to give you a bit of background information to the company behind ScoutChain. So our parent company is called Scout, and Scout is one of the top 5 recruitment agencies in South Korea. It has been around for over 20 years, and during that time it has amassed a talent database of over 2 million resumes and a portfolio of over 230,000 clients. So today, Scout is using its expertise and knowledge of HR and recruitment to build a decentralized blockchain-based recruitment platform called ScoutChain. So let's briefly look at the market landscape for recruitment. Globally, it's worth over $400 billion US, and like many of the industries over the last 30 years, it's been shaped by technology. So we saw when the internet came along, it brought along a mass influx of data in terms of jobs and job postings and resumes. And this created new business models and new channels, and we saw big job sites like Monster.com come along. This was then followed by the social media movement, and LinkedIn brought the offline traditional model of networking online. But if we ever look at the market today, we can see that there are some problems due to this massive amount of data flowing around. And these problems are due to, or are related to, data ownership, privacy, and transparency. So if we take a closer look at these problems, we can see that they actually stem from the centralized nature of the recruitment system. So if we look at the recruitment process at the moment, you have on one side, you have job seekers' talents with their resume data. On the other side, you have the hiring companies with their job data. And they are exchanging and transferring their data in this centralized network of job sites, recruitment companies, headhunters. And so this causes some inherent problems. We can see that we get low trust and transparency within the system. We get an unfair reward distribution. We get slow hiring times and also high costs because of all the intermediaries that have to be dealt with. So how do we solve these problems, and what is the next step for the recruitment industry? Well, the answer is blockchain. Using blockchain technology, we can reshape the system from a centralized one into a decentralized one, creating a peer-to-peer network of the talent and hiring companies where they're directly exchanging their data. And then if we look at these problems from before, we can see that now we can create a trustless, transparent, and secure system where the talent and the hiring companies have full control and ownership of their data. In terms of the rewards that were unfairly distributed before, we can introduce a token-based economy where all the users are rewarded fairly and transparently for their roles in the recruitment process. In terms of the issues with cost and time before, as we're getting and we're removing these intermediaries, we're naturally being able to see some efficiencies in terms of time and cost. So this is ultimately what we're trying to achieve at ScoutChain. Our mission is to reshape and reinvent recruitment. Using blockchain technology, we will deal with these issues to do with data privacy, data transparency, and security. And then also, we will use artificial intelligence technology to streamline this job matching process of connecting the jobs to the applicants. And so our 3 main USPs for the system is security, efficiency, and a tokenized economy. If we look at the features of the platform, so at the core we have our blockchain, and then closely related we have our AI engine, which will deal with the job matching, our DApps where you'll be able to, the job seekers and the hiring companies will be able to do the recruitment process. We will have a data verification system for certifiers and also the token-based economy. So let's look at these in more detail now. So ScoutChain possesses its own data mining engine where it collects and sorts through and analyzes various textual data from the resumes and the job postings. So using natural language processing, text mining, for example, it will sort through and analyze the data. And then using machine learning, it will start to optimize the matching process, matching the best candidate with the right job. And so currently we can do this in both Korean language and English language. In terms of the D-apps, we're working on D-apps for basically the talent and the hiring company. For the hiring companies, it'll be a desktop-based dashboard. And the three main benefits that we will be promoting will be enhanced reliability for the verification system, faster time to hires, and lower cost per hire as we're removing the intermediaries. For the talent, it's going to be a mobile-based D-app, and again, the three main benefits will be data ownership, fairer rewards, and a personalized AI matching service. So one of the key aspects is going to be data verification. So a big issue within recruitment is a lot of falsified data on resumes. So we plan to work with certifiers who will be able to take various aspects of the resume, such as work experience, education, awards and such, and they will verify the data. And then once it's verified and put on the blockchain, that will mean that the companies and the job seekers will not have to worry about re-verifying and getting new certification every time they apply for jobs. So we're starting and working with partners for this. We're starting in Korea, and we're working with some partners, one called Digital Zone, who deal with the verification of university degrees and diplomas, and then a fintech company who also deal with salary data as well. So as I mentioned, we're going to be introducing a token-based economy into the recruitment process. And so we are creating our own token called the SCT token. This is going to be a utility token where within the D-apps, all the users will be using the SCT. And so they'll be able to receive SCT for various activities or pay out SCT. So if we have a look at an example here as a scenario of how they may interact with it. So the talent would join the platform and upload their resume, for which they would receive some SCT. Then the certifier would verify their data on the talent's resume. Initially, the first time it would be free for the talent, but after that, the talent would have to pay out the SCT. Then a company would come along and they would post a job onto the platform, for which they would pay out some SCT. And then using either an AI agent or even another individual to recommend, they will be matched up with some talent. And then if they, once they find the talent, then they can either connect with them and communicate with them and look at their data. They'll have to pay out some SCT to do that to the talent. And then let's assume everything goes well with the process and they eventually hire the talent. Then again, once they're hired, they will give some further SCT to the talent. And also, if there is a recommender involved, the recommendable can receive some SCT as well. So we're currently launching our platform via token sale. I won't go into the details too much about the figures, but what I want to emphasize is, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, we have our parent company, Scout, which has 2.3 million resumes and 230,000 clients. And so our plan is to basically transfer these users over from our original platform to the blockchain-based platform, so that when we launch our platform, we will automatically have these job seekers and companies ready to use the platform. In terms of our roadmap, so we're actually doing our token sale at the moment, and basically our plan is to develop the apps next year and then followed by have the full release of the platform by the end of next year. In terms of our team, so we have a good combination of a lot of experience and knowledge of the HR recruitment world, mixed with some talent and bright minds from science and technology. So our CEO has a wealth of experience working in recruitment over 30 years with big multinational companies. And our CTO has already had some experience working and developing a blockchain platform. We also have some R&D currently team working on aspects like the AI and the D-apps as we speak. Thank you very much for listening today. I hope you join us on our recruitment revolution and help us reinvent recruitment. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you. Can you elaborate on what you mean by sort of data ownership? Say, I mean, if I'm an applicant, I send my CV through ScoutChain, it gets seen by recruiters and it gets seen by companies. Right. I mean, all that data is sort of public data. So what do you mean when you say that?
We will have some kind of permission-based system, so it's not just, it won't be all, you can't just view everyone's resume data straight away. It won't be kind of, there'll be aspects where you have to, so only partly some of the resume data will be available, and then you have to unlock, if a hiring company wants to see further data, they'll have to get some form of permission, and it will have to be a request-based thing. So then they'll, and via SCT tokens, that's how it will work, yeah. Unless, I mean, the user will have the option to release fully if they would like to have their data fully open though, so yeah.
I'm wondering how decentralized this can really be, because I mean, the reason that companies go through recruitment agencies, through headhunters, is not because there's no tech solution available, but it's because that they don't want to invest the resources to actually scour through all these resumes and look for the people themselves. That's why they outsource it and pay someone else to do it. So in this system, wouldn't the companies still rely on recruitment agencies?
Yeah, I can understand that point. I think that's where the AI part is quite key, and our ability of our AI engine in the job matching becomes quite a key part. I mean, AI is not a new thing in the recruitment industry, and it is becoming, it's improving, and that's where we believe if we can apply that part and make sure, as you said, the most important thing in recruitment is being matched up and getting the right job for the candidate and for the company. So by adding that element, that's where we believe we have some competitive advantage, because we're using the blockchain for the data kind of ownership and transparency and security aspect, but also applying it, combining it with the AI matching, so that we make sure that that it's a efficient process as well for the job seeking and the companies. Yeah.
So then, will this cannibalize Scout's existing business then?
This is where, in theory, yes. I mean, it could be seen as taking a risk in terms of it's cannibalizing part of our main business. But I think there will always be part of our business is also headhunters, offline kind of business as well. So I think there'll always be an aspect of offline recruitment and headhunting as well, and having those connections. So, but yes, there is an aspect of where we are taking a slight risk in terms of transferring our user base to the blockchain. Yes.
Do you have your team have an AI expert right now? Because I guess the AI technology is totally different from the decentralized project. So
yes, so the AI engine has been run and is being developed for a couple of years actually, and it's been used in other areas, and so it hasn't been fully used within the recruitment yet. That's why we're testing it out for this platform. But the machine learning aspect and the textual mining, is being developed, and it has been in development for a couple of years. Yes.
I guess in the just centralized service, they can use this AI matching, the search engine, and
right.
all the engine stuff. So why this product needs AI? And let's say just LinkedIn also can setting the AI engine itself.
Right. I think where we try to differentiate ourselves in terms of aspects like LinkedIn, or it's more going back to this idea of data ownership, and kind of where the job seekers, they don't necessarily know, or they're not benefiting from their data, right? So if companies are looking at their data or their resume data, they're not getting any of the benefits. In LinkedIn, you're getting all these recruiters or the middlemen, or LinkedIn themselves are making the money out of the data. So it's the idea that we're allowing the job seekers to get back ownership and get some return and rewards for their data.
I have a question about your certifier.
Right.
You provide a certified service, but I think you should get the signature from a different third party.
Right. So
verify.
we're working with third parties. Yeah, it will be working with third party certification and certifiers, and so we'll have to integrate like kind of our API with their systems in terms of verifying.
Yeah, do you have a incentivization system? Because if you have a third party verify, the talent should be incentivized to register on their
Right. So we will need to create a business model where the certifiers, their existing model, obviously they have their model where they're earning from certifying these documents, and so we will implement a business model where they're not losing their current revenue model, but it'll have to be kind of integrated into our system where they're getting paid. Maybe in partnership, like an annual fee with our ScoutChain, where working with us, they're still getting the revenues that they're getting at the moment. Yes.
Yeah, but my question: if the third-party verify is very advanced or prevalent, so use AI algorithm, just don't need any intermediary, just scouting the certified chain, then maybe scoring or evaluate the talent's performance. So totally don't need intermediary for scouting for the hire or hiring company.
Sorry, you're saying that you don't need an intermediary for the job?
Yeah, I mean the core competence of this kind of business model is I think it's a verification.
That's definitely an aspect aspect of it. Yes, a big aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And we can still we're open to doing partnerships with other blockchains who are developing verification protocols and working with them, because we want to develop both sides of it, have the verification but also the job matching and tokenization of the process. So we understand it's a big kind of, they're both two aspects of it, and it's a big kind of another big aspect of it is developing the verification. So we are very still open to kind of working with partners and developing that. It's a big network we'd have to, yeah.
Thank you.